Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing today? This is Minister William Edward Turner, author, speaker, and creator of the In 60 Days Published Author Academy Boot Camp. That's the In 60 Days Public Author Academy Boot Camp. Well, today I'm here and I want to talk about what every author should know about laws pertaining to being an author, to your intellectual property, because that's what your writing your book is, an intellectual property. And understanding, good morning, how are you today? Understanding that you are a business, as I had said before. You're the business, and your property, your intellectual work is protected. And it's protected in many different ways. Protected by, good morning, Renee, how are you today? Excuse me. And your intellectual property is protected by copyright laws and by the ISBN number. Uh, Now, I'm going to start with the ISBN number, even though copyright laws is probably the one that people may normally start with. But I want you to let you know that the ISBN number is an identifying number that is international. So it's an international identifying number which identifies your intellectual property, your work, specifically to you and your publisher. And if that publisher is you, that's you and you, because it identifies both the author and the publisher. Now, as we go along to the copyright laws, and copyright laws have changed over the years, and the length of time that something is copyrighted has changed, but most of the time that's outside most of our lifetime. How the rights are forwarded on to siblings or survivors of your estate, as well as the fact that copyright laws, how you file for them. When I first started doing them, it was a long mail process, but now you can do them over the internet and get your process information and your number now, except for large products and things like that. My first experience was with music, but also when you're doing authoring a book, I was not really paying attention when my mom was copywriting her books, but I had to learn it all over again later. But in understanding that, what you find is that if you have a dispute over your intellectual property, you will not get the power that you need to claim your property if you don't copyright it. So if you don't copyright it, usually your lawsuit will be non-effective, because that's what protects your intellectual property. So in looking at your dream, putting your dream out there, you need to consider, do I want to copyright it? Should it be copyrighted? What do you trust? Those different types of things. Sometimes you have to look at how's my pocket? Does my pocket want to copyright this now, or do I want to copyright it later? There is a unwritten law or written law that once you produce it in a form that it can be taken away from you, or it can be looked at that it has some rights of its own, but the possibility of being able to sue and claim. Good morning, Gwen, how are you today? Put a For those people that are watching live, please put a 1 in the comment box, and those people who get to watch it later on in the replay, put a 2, please. And good morning to both of you. Glad you're here. I'm talking about the copyright laws and the ISBN number, and how those, and as I was talking about copyright laws, I was talking about the fact that if you don't copyright your work, your intellectual property, what happens is that when you go to a court of law to sue for that, uh, your winning the case is tentative because there's the copyright that you have because you produced it already. And then some people think there's a poor man's copyright where you send it off and in an envelope and it doesn't and it comes back to you and you don't open the envelope. Well, that's not legally recognized. So that's a great thing to have. You can say you proved it, but it's not legally recognized. Also, one of the things that you'll know about your work, if you're trying to identify your work, when you produced it on your computer or on your cell phone, there's a record of the time, the date that it was produced. So if you forgot, when did I start this? When did I do this? You can go back and look at the details within your Word, however you did it, your word processor or your Microsoft Word or your Mac, and look at that and find out the exact date and number. Good morning, Marshall. How are you today? Good to see you. I'm asking people that are watching live, put a 1 in the comment. And for those who watch this later, put a 2 if you're watching it in the replay. Like to thank everybody for coming on this morning. As I said, we're talking about the author and the laws that they need to know, what every author should know. And you need to know about copyright laws, and you need to know about the ISBN number. And also, one of the things that I found, going back to the ISBN number, is the fact that there are actually 2 types of ISBN numbers. There is the 10-digit, and the newer one is the 13-digit ISBN number. And when you have these ISBN numbers, be sure that they are original ISBN numbers and not IBS numbers that may have fallen out of the time period that somebody's reselling you because that book is no longer in print, that they cannot trick you into buying these. And there's some companies that do that and they sell them to you. The other thing that we talk about is the fact that many people are paying big dollars for a single ISBN number. And in looking at that, what I've seen is that people are paying $200 for an ISBN number when you can get a original ISBN number, which is guaranteed worldwide for your life for only $18.99. And that's some of the sources that you're going to get when you're taking the boot camp. And we talk about that. I give you all those details. I show you how to find things that you may need in relationship to the law of dealing with copyrights and dealing with the ISBN number. As I said before, knowing the law around your intellectual property is something that everyone that is an author, that produces artwork, that produces music, needs to know about, because those are the things that protect you from somebody plagiarizing your materials, for somebody using what you have, because you have spent your heart, poured your heart out to create what you have, your book, to tell your story, to bring people into your world. And you need to protect your world, because that is part of your business. It's kind of like you wouldn't go out and buy groceries and let somebody else come in and eat the food out your refrigerator. So it's kind of like that, because your intellectual property is valuable. Even if you don't use it now, it could be valuable to your grandchildren, to your children later on. So know the laws and how they work and how they pertain to your specific intellectual property. Well, I'm getting ready to close now. I thank everybody for coming on. Once again, I'm Minister William Edward Turner, author, speaker, and the creator of the In 60 Days published Author Academy Bootcamp. So in 60 days, you're going to write your book. You're going to design the cover. You're going to be able to do the marketing about it. And I'm going to talk about marketing tomorrow and releasing your book and launching your book tomorrow. So be back tomorrow morning at around 7:30. Usually I make it on by 7:31 after I fool with this camera. So just be here tomorrow. And then if you want to get in touch with me, you can reach me on Facebook at the Facebook page, and it's the @ author, speaker, WET, all one word. Put that in your Facebook search bar. And then if you want to reach me immediately, give me a call at 336-706-0090. That's 336-706-0090. Or you can email me at edward@outlook.com. That's WM Edward EDWARD@outlook.com. Well, everyone, you have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you for coming in, and I just appreciate you watching at this time. So, as I said, I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm going to talk about marketing, when to market, what season, and how to market. So, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Everyone have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll talk then. Goodbye.